Alrighty. Well, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for coming through on this evening. Thanks for all of you who've tuned in live this evening. What we're doing here at DuePoint is something that we think is quite significant and something that is quite unique. I'm hoping that during the course of this evening, you don't fall into the trap of thinking you've seen something like this before. I can assure you that over the next 45 minutes, I'm going to be demonstrating something to you that is being specifically designed in the current South African context and set of circumstances. And it makes it quite unique what we're trying to do here. And we're quite excited about it. The impact we're having is quite incredible already. And I want to share some of that excitement with you this evening. To start with, of course, DuePoint, before we get any further, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're first registered in 1952. Constantia is 66 years old this year, so this is not a new business. You haven't walked into a startup here. You might not have heard of us before, but that's going to be explained to you in a minute. But we are nearly a 7-decade-old insurance company. We're licensed. We're listed on the JSE. You can find us under Conduit Capital. And you can go and spend some time afterwards and look at all of our licenses and our associations on the wall next to the front door on the way out. We want you to be comfortable that you're not dealing with something that's here today and gone tomorrow. I think that it's barely a week that passes and we see some kind of thing that's flown in from offshore, been here, taken people's money, collapsed, and left with all your money. That's not what's going to be happening here this evening. I want you to have that sense of confidence as you deal with us. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number if you want to go and look us up with the Financial Services Board of South Africa. Guys, I want you to be comfortable as well with the team here. The team is designed and has been selected to work with you. This is something that we're going to be working together on at DuePoint, and we want you to know us and get to know us through the process that you do with us here at DuePoint. In the corner there is me, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here. I'm a chartered accountant and the founder of this division. Next to me is Tim, also a chartered accountant, and then Stacey. All of us out of the auditing and financial services industry. I've been in the insurance space, Tim's been in the banking space, and Stacey's focused very much on the audit space. We've got Jane next to her there. I think most of you have met her outside this evening. She's our direct selling expert. And next to her is Rob. Rob's our design guy. 20 years in the financial services space dealing with the design and marketing and advertising of financial services. He was a part of the team that helped design Investix brand. He's been involved with Visa and MasterCard. He knows what he's doing in this space. So we've got all the skills in that and all the expertise, but the real reason we show you the slide is more to demonstrate to you that we are actually real. We're not made up on Facebook. I've heard some things about that lately. Made up people on Facebook that make comments but aren't actually real people, etc., etc. No, folks, you don't need to find us in Russia or America or Australia. You're going to find us in this building right here, Monday through Saturday, every week of the year. You know exactly where to find us. You can pick up a phone and call our client service team. You've got a website you can go to. You can contact us electronically or in person. We want you to be comfortable with who you're dealing with here because we have a long-term plan here at DuePoint. We want you involved with it. What do we do at DuePoint? Well, our primary objective, ladies and gentlemen, is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use and control to create regular and recurring income. Now, you've got to remember we're a fully licensed insurance company, so why would we be interested in creating income in the hands of other people? Would we not be interested more in just selling more products? Well, actually, we're not. We've got all the divisions, all the UMAs, all the brokerages that we need for selling and moving product. We have a very different objective for DuePoint, and that is to create income in your hands. Now, the income that we create is reliable and it is recurring, which means that it does not involve you selling things, which I'm hoping comes as a tremendous relief. You don't have to sell pots and pans here, cleaning agents, Tupperware, whatever it might be. You don't need to do that here because that doesn't create recurring income. What we want is stable income that you can rely on. Now, what do we know about our current set of circumstances? Currently, we know we have no control. You might not know it, but I'm going to tell you about it this evening. We have no control over our income as individuals in South Africa. You have bosses and you have remuneration committees that tell you how much you're going to earn. When you started your job, you weren't able to dictate how much you started. You didn't walk in and go, listen, my last job I was earning 10,000 Rand a month, but at this job I want 100,000 Rand, please. It wasn't a conversation you were able to have. You came to the new job and the new job said, this is how much you earn in this position. No say at all in it. And you've had no say since then in what increases you get and whether you get bonuses or promotions, have you? No. What did we see at the end of last year? I think an average of 4% increase in income across the country at the end of 2017. All right, now that's fine, except for the fact that inflation was around 17% and the economy shrank. This is a complete crisis for us as individuals in South Africa. We have no ability to keep up with the cost of living in South Africa. Every month things are more expensive, and yet your earnings are fixed every single month. Are all of you getting a 7% increase in your earnings because of the 7% increase in VAT? It's not a 1% increase in VAT, guys. 1% over 14 is a 7% increase. They're increasing VAT by 7%, all right? They fool you by telling you it's a 1% increase. It's not. Are you getting a 7% increase on the 1st of April to cover the cost of everything going up by 7% on the 1st of April? I don't know if you've been receiving the SMSs and the emails. I've been getting them. All the insurance companies, listen, sorry, need to tell you VAT's going up, so from the 1st of April, your fees are going up by 1%. Your medical insurance is going up by 1%. Your car insurance is going up by, not 1%, in fact, 7%. They too are trying to disguise it. Wait until, do the maths on the number and you'll see everything's gone up. But you are not getting an increase. You are not. So how are we going to cover this deficit? What are we doing right now to stop and plug that gap between what we earn and what we spend? Well, I can tell you what we're doing. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're all lining up on the 1st of April. We'll be at the bank stores, knocking there for further debt and credit, won't we? We'll need an extension on our home loan. We'll need a couple more credit cards. We will need perhaps a personal loan. Those of you who are buying cars might have to sell your current car and buy another car, but also on debt. This is how we plug that hole. This is how we bridge it right now. We get ourselves into a further uncontrollable situation, which is where we owe someone else money for something that is deteriorating. Your car, it doesn't get better every month, does it? It gets worse. And if you try and sell it each month, there's like a 30 grand decrease in the price every month that you hand it over. I laugh at my dad. Years ago, about in the 1990s, he bought a 750 BMW. Do you remember the 750? It was the first decent-looking one. It was 1996 or something like that. And he spent, now you got to just, I know this is a lot of money, but you've got to think about how much this costs now. He spent 600,000 rand buying that 750. All right, anybody know how much a 750 costs these days? Base price, 3.2 million. Okay, he got the same car for 600,000 in 1996. Nonetheless, right now he went in and asked for a trade-in. They said they'd give him 20,000 rand on it. 20,000. So you know that the debt on your car is a debt that is solid. It's not reducing, but the value of the car is getting cheaper. The same can be said for your house, can be said for your clothes, it can be said for anything that you're taking debt on. It gets worse every year, but that debt sits there. This is a nightmare out of control situation we're in, and at DuePoint, our primary objective is to start turning that around by giving you a tool that you control, that creates income that's there every single month, that you can use to start filling this gap, getting rid of your debt, and start aspiring again. That is what we're doing at DuePoint. Our secondary objective at DuePoint, ladies and gentlemen, is to create a system whereby all of you are connected to us. As customers, you are connected to the heart of our business. 24 hours a day, anywhere in the world, you can be in contact with us. You can know what is going on. We also hope to open a window for you to allow you to see into the financial services industry. It's the most regulated industry in South Africa. It keeps 99% of South Africans out of it. Keeps them out of it. You can't get in, you can't break in. You saw how lily white that page was at the front. Remember that first page? It's just white people, because it's impossible to break in with the regulation. Now, our secondary objective is to open the window to allow South Africans to watch and look into this extremely regulated industry. Now, with those two objectives put together, we create what we call the DuePoint System. That's why you're here this evening. The DuePoint System allows you as individuals to contract with us to become what we call wealth engineers. It's just a title. You don't sell, you don't advertise, you don't advise, you don't do any of these things. You don't sell, you don't anything. Your one task as a wealth engineer is simply to connect individuals to us, as you have been connected to us this evening. And by connecting individuals to us, you allow us at DuePoint to reach more people. And when we can reach them, now we, as an insurance company, can facilitate the purchase of our products. When we do that, we create revenue. And when we create revenue, we create that recurring extra income that I've been talking about for you. Now, why is it recurring? Well, as I said, we don't sell goodies here. Ours are all based on financial services and lifestyle products that run on automatic debit order systems, which means that every month, no matter your circumstances, whether you're able to work or not work, in hospital, on the beach, wherever you are, those debit orders raise. Doesn't matter if it's Easter, which is going to be in about 17 days. Doesn't matter if it's Christmas or New Year's. The computers raise the debit orders. And when the debit orders raise, your income flows in every single month. This is very different from what you might be used to, which is where you have to run back to your friends every month and beg them to buy again and buy again in order to keep your income up. That's not what happens here. Reliable, steadfast income is what we create. Now, we layer that system with your ability to expand and leverage on your own skills, time, and thought by bringing channels of people together. Those are the teams you'll bring together here at DuePoint. And by doing that, with no limitation to how big these teams can become, you're able to create income 24 hours a day with our system. Now, folks, what's important to note is that this is not an employment opportunity. We're not employing anyone here. This is simply a tool that we have created, and it's a tool that we're going to put in your hands this evening. And you will decide when and how you want to use this tool. You'll decide. It's not part-time, it's not full-time, it's your time. You will choose what you do with this tool in our system. But there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. As I said to you, we are not one of these things that comes in and takes your money. There is no startup fee, no starter kit, no monthly fee, no administration fee, no application form fees here at DuePoint. To become a wealth engineer costs you nothing. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer, and there's no premium on the price. The system is available to every South African. It does not require you to have any specific experience or education either. As I said, you're not representatives, you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not selling, which means that everybody in South Africa can pick this tool up and use it to start creating a different future for themselves. And when they do that, they're able to create for themselves, possibly for the first time in generations, a proper asset. Not the one they talk about on Facebook and Google. That's all nonsense. An asset is something that creates a recurring income. It's something you can price, and that is exactly what happens at DuePoint. Your channels, you're able to price, and when you can price them, you can sell them. And when you pass away one day, they're going to be transferred to your children. And your children will earn the income that you created during your lifetime. We are creating generational legacy here. You will be able to take a channel and hand it over to your children. They'll be able to grow it further, hand it over to your grandchildren, who'll be able to grow it further. As I said to you at the beginning, we are creating something with a very long-term view in it here at DuePoint. And you're able to become involved with it by picking up this tool. Now, this tool is made for your convenience. Everything you need exists in your phone. Your phone or your computer or your tablet, there is DuePoint, right there. You will need nothing else other than a connection to the internet and a computer. There are no paper application forms. You don't need to do presentations. We do all the presentations here. You're never going to have to do that again. You never have to sell anything because we do the selling for you. You are completely free of all those things that would have embarrassed you in the past or made you worried about getting involved in this kind of thing. We have eliminated them completely from the DuePoint system and left you with just the one task, the task of connecting people to us. And when you connect people to us, there's only 4 ways to do it. The first way is you can go to our information counter or order at info@duepoint.net and pick up one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand. That's all it is, 170 Rand, and you have now got us doing the presentations for you in your pocket. You can take that USB stick, plug it into a TV, a computer, a laptop, and there we are any time of the day that you need us doing the presentation for you. The second way of connecting people to us is by bringing them here. Monday through Saturday, night times, lunch times, mornings, we do this presentation. And whatever is convenient for you, you bring them in to one of those presentations, we do it for you. The third way, probably the most important way, is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint, and you will find every presentation we've ever done there on that channel. You can pick any time of the day, anywhere in the country. And that's why I said to you at the beginning, we like to see who's here from around the country, because we never know. People are watching right now. Hundreds of people are watching right now this presentation and others at DuePoint by simply pushing the play button on YouTube. That's all they've had to do. They haven't had to convince anyone to come to DuePoint. They haven't. They've just had to learn how to push play in YouTube. And 24 hours a day, they're able to connect people to us. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcast. Remember, I said to you at the beginning, we were waiting for it to come online because we broadcast every presentation, every single day, across the nation, which means wherever you are tonight, wherever you are tomorrow at lunch, wherever you are on Thursday night, it doesn't matter. You gather your friends, your colleagues around a computer, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, and you are in the room with us live. I often tease the guys. They go, they'll go and they'll reach people, and people say, I'm not going to believe you until I've seen the building. Okay, it's fine. I can see them live on the screen, but until I see the bricks and the mortar, I won't believe that this is a legitimate business. So I tease them and I say, have you ever been to Google's head office? Then why are you using Google? Have you ever been to Facebook's head office? No, well then why are you using Facebook? We're a 70-year-old insurance company. You never ever have to set foot in this building to do DuePoint. We have freed you because of the technology we use to build anywhere in the nation without ever coming here. In fact, I'm going to show you a few folk this evening that have been doing it. So folks, that's the 4 ways you connect people to us. And when you do, some of the people you do are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do. They're going to pick up this tool and want to change their futures. And when they do that, they become wealth engineers, and we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These people will go and do exactly the same thing. They'll connect people to us. Some will become wealth engineers, and again, we'll allocate them to you. And this process will continue over and over again through our technology, right through your phone, right through here, until you have penetrated the South African market, spread across the country. And we have seen this happen over and over again over the last couple of years. And you have now created for us at DuePoint a brand new channel of distribution. And we come along. Now, not you. You're free. We come along as DuePoint. And we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel. And your income is now born. And what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not any of these things. We are a licensed and listed life insurance company. We didn't slip this past the 8 regulators that review, audit us, and sit on our board. This is a genuine income-earning opportunity. And that means it comes at a price. Like your careers, like building a new business, what's the price? The price is time. And this is the difficult thing. This is the switch that has to happen in your minds. For most South Africans, because of our desperate circumstances, we want to be wealthy now. We want to be set free now. Folks, there's no way anyone can do that for you. Don't let anybody promise you that they can turn your circumstances around now. It's impossible. But what we can do, because this is genuine, is we can build over time with you a wealth that was not available to you before DuePoint. That is what we can do here, and you're going to have to put time and energy and thought and persistence into it. You're dealing with people. People are very disappointing. Talk to a couple of the folks that are here tonight whose people called them 2 minutes ago to say, I have to make dinner tonight, I can't come. It's that kind of thing. People are very disappointing. You've got to have a thick skin, and you've got to put your heads down for the long term. If we're going to do this generation after generation, you don't join DuePoint for the next 5 months. You're joining DuePoint until your last breath, because then you're going to hand it over to your children. And they're going to carry on from there. So it's a big decision tonight, but it is a life-changing decision. As you create these channels of penetration, we are able to come along and facilitate the purchase of 3 products into your channels. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It's 324 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account. You now become an investor in the South African economy. We take 100 Rand of your 324 Rand, and we put it into your investment account every month, and it is bought into the stock exchange. You now become a shareholder. So there's no interest on this. You now move with the markets, but you are an owner in the South African economy. We then, for the remaining 224 Rand, give you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover, which means that if you pass away from an accident, well, then your family are going to get the value of your investment, which has been growing every month with that 100 Rand deduction. Now, you can put more in if you want. You just go into our app and say how much you want, but you can do a minimum of 100 Rand a month, and they're going to get 120,000 Rand extra on top of that. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. Our Wealth Guard product is 299 Rand a month, and for that you get 1.2 million Rand. Oh, sorry, I got to click again. There we go. 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No maximum age limits, no medical examinations, no underwriting to find out where you live, what job you do, whether you have any pre-existing conditions. No. Everybody that you connect to DuePoint can purchase our Wealth Guard product and our Access Wealth product for 324 and 299 Rand a month. Now, we do that on purpose. We don't cover death, fire, illness, or natural causes here. No, because if we did that, then we would immediately hamper your ability to do our primary objective, grow income. Remember, people are not insured in South Africa. Why? Because they have pre-existing conditions, because they're too old, because they live in dangerous suburbs, etc., etc., etc. Everybody you bring here, no matter their circumstances, no matter, are able to be in your business, creating income for you with the cover that we have with those 2 products. And then our third product, our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 200 and, Rob's been fiddling with my presentation now. I'm going to beat him up tomorrow. 299 Rand a month. As for that 299 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our Wealth Points Buyers Club. As a member of our Buyers Club, you get access to our leverage in the South African economy. We're a 7-decade-old insurance company. When we go to suppliers and we ask them for the best prices, they give us prices and packages and vouchers and account managers you couldn't get as an individual. And every month for that $299, you get access to the entire list of suppliers that we have, the entire list. And we've got in there retail stores, car manufacturers, data suppliers, entertainment, gym. You get in there, you could make, the savings are huge if you use the product. I always laugh. Some people don't use the product. I go, well, how can I help you if you're not using the product? Take the product, re-engineer your monthly expenditure using the negotiated prices and packages and account managers we've put together in this product. We love this product. It's our non-financial, non-insurance product, and we think it's fantastic. And we believe that as part of the package here at DuePoint, it starts to talk to that objective of ours of changing the financial position of individuals in South Africa today. So now with that, people ask the question, Brendan, how do we fund this model? How does this whole thing work? Well, the mechanism here is very easy. In the traditional banking and insurance space, what do? We advertise to you. We advertise to you on TV, billboards, radio stations, you name it, we advertise to you. It costs us hundreds of millions a month, all to get you to connect with us, all to get you to see us out there. Now, how do we pay for that? Well, we build it into your product price. Your banking fees that are going up by 7% next month. Your funeral cover insurance, which is going up by 7% next month. Your car insurance. All of that has got into it built the cost of marketing, 30 to 50% of your monthly payments, which means that every month that you pay it, you're paying for next month's marketing. Now, at DuePoint, we've done exactly the same thing. We've built it into the price of our products, which means that instead of us advertising to you, instead of us running billboards and all of that, we just now use you. You go out. You connect people to us. This is why you hadn't heard of DuePoint before the person approached you and told you about us. That's how we work here. And as a result, all that money that we would have spent on DSTV and Prime Media and SABC for advertising is now available to you and your channel. And we take that money now, and we reward you for the connection of individuals to us in two ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every month for every product that is paid for in your channel. Now, this is a good thing, okay? This is a good thing. I'm going to show it to you now. You go out, you chat to a few of your people. Some of them become wealth engineers. They pay for their product. You get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. You introduce them directly. That's R55 a month. Now, if we paid you per person you brought in here, well, that means you could only get R55. So we don't. We pay you per product, which means that all of these individuals that come here can take more than one product. If they take 2, you get R110. If they take 3, you get R165 every time they pay for their products. You have the ability to leverage a greater income in your control here at DuePoint. Now, some of these guys will go out, they'll chat to a few of their friends, they will take a product, they'll make their product payments. Again, we lever the price off of a factor of where in the channel the payment's been made. This has been made now on your second point, R27.50 multiplied by 200%, R55 again. You've been here for 5 minutes. You've put a handful of people in this particular example, and you're earning just under R1,000 a month. R12,000 a year you have created for your household as a result of 5 minutes of labor here at DuePoint. Now you put a little bit more time and energy and effort into the construction of your channels, and you will continue to earn, but at a diminishing rate, but only to the 8th point. From the 8th point, you have unlimited potential. From the 8th point on, as long as you qualify to earn on every point beyond that, where product payments are made, you will get 4% of R27.50. Jump onto our YouTube channel. Go and watch the 6-minute video where I explain the entire system to you, and you'll realize how we've created generational legacy here. You can build a channel that's 25 points big, 30 points big, 50 points big. You'll earn on the whole channel where you qualify to earn. You then hand it over to your children. They build it to 75 or 100 points. They will earn on the whole channel. We are building generational assets here at DuePoint. So what does this translate into then? What does it mean on the ground? What are you going to earn from DuePoint out of our returns program? Well, it's difficult for us to answer that question. Every one of you is going to be building at a different rate. I don't know what your personal circumstances are. Some of you are going to do it quickly. Some of you are going to do it slowly. Some of you are going to do it not at all. I don't know. No one will stop you. You'll stop yourselves. Okay? And so it is impossible for us to tell you how much you're going to earn. So what we did was we took 20 years of data, did some mathematics, worked out some averages, and came up with what we think are reasonable and conservative milestones you can use with our returns program. We started with the growth formula. We called it the 3+2 growth formula. The 3+2 growth formula says in your first month with us, you are eager and willing wealth engineers, but you don't have a lot of time. So you put in just 3 people on your first point. 3 people in your first month. That's all we're asking for. You can put 0 in, you could put 100 people in, but we're saying just put 3 in. If you put 3 in your first month, and then 2 every month, 3+2, 2 every month thereafter, and you do it consistently and persistently over time, then this is what we believe you can expect to earn with the DuePoint system. Now, we've put into it lapses and cancellation rates and people not doing 3+2. We did proper maths on this. And it says that with the persistence of 6 months of effort, you should reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand a month is 30,000 Rand a year that you've added. You can see. At DuePoint, we don't stand in here and go, oh, 100,000 Rand after 3 months, million Rand after a year. I've seen this nonsense on Facebook. Folks, you're never going to earn that. It's not real. Nobody starts a career and in 3 months is earning 100,000 Rand a month. You know it, unless you're politically connected, which if you are, fantastic. If you're not, like the rest of us, you're going to have to do it the long, hard way. 6 months, and you're on 2,500 extra Rand every month. You don't quit your job to do this. This is a tool you're going to add to your lives. You've now got an extra 2,500 Rand a month. If you could push through to a year with us, that'll jump to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 9,000 to 10,000 every month that you will get, because this is recurring, stable income. 120,000 Rand a year that you've now added to your household income. Can you push through a year? Well, if you can, you're very likely to do 2 years. And if you do 2 years, that income rises to 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year. 360 after 2 years. Very few people in South Africa earn that after their entire careers. I think very few of you in this room this evening are in the position of earning 30,000 Rand a month. It's a lot. 300, you can do it in 2 years with us. That's 2020, guys. 2020, and you could potentially be on an extra 30,000 Rand a month. Can you do 3 years with us? Because if you can, and you are persistent in your +2, +2, +2, working with your teams, 36 months in, that rises to 45,000 to 50,000 Rand a month. 4 years in, it's 60,000 to 65,000 Rand. And if you can do half a decade with us, 5 years, it should be around 80,000 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. R1 million a year in 5 years. You're in the top 0.5% of earners in South Africa. How many of you can create a new habit that will last 5 years? This is the question that I ask all of us, because we are bad in South Africa when it comes to self-discipline. We're good at creating bad habits. We are good at creating bad habits. How many of you can create a new good habit? You've got to have the habit of putting 2 people in every single month. Not for 5 weeks, not for 5 months, not when the first 20 people let you down. Because they will come in, take a product, stop paying. You know, you're dealing with people. You've got to go and keep going, and keep going, and keep going. And all of a sudden, half a decade later, you look back, and your entire future has changed completely. 80,000 to 100,000 Rand a month. People tell me 2 things. First of all, they tell me it's too slow. The problem with DuePoint is you earn too slowly. Well, we've discussed that already. I can't help you. But I do ask you, how long have you been working in your careers for? Because you're all going back there tomorrow, aren't you? And you're going to smile, you're going to get up early, you're going to get work there, and come home and not get an increase when everything goes up by 7% on the 1st of April. You're going to keep doing that. We laugh about it in this room, but I kind of panic a little inside, because it means we're all on a dead-end path. Are we not? And we don't have options. We get people to say, I don't want to do this. There's no logical reason. It's just an emotional, I don't want to do this because I don't want to do it. That's great. If you say that, I want you to ask the next question, which everybody forgets to ask. What then? What is the other option? Because you are stuck in dead-end jobs. I can say that comfortably and securely, because 99.5% of us are stuck in dead-end jobs. We're never going to reach our aspirations. Any of you getting an Aston Martin from your careers? Any of you going to get a boat in the Mediterranean, a mansion, and, none of us are going to reach our aspirations in our jobs. This is a reality. And so the decision to say, I'm not doing this because I'm not doing it, means that you're happy to stay poor. You are. You're happy to stay in your current set of circumstances. Now, we don't force anybody to do anything here. But these are the questions that we asked ourselves when we developed DuePoint. We said, how do we create a solution to this problem that we're all in? And we said, we create something that within half a decade turns the lives of every single South African right around. Other people tell me that nobody's ever going to get to 80,000 Rand a month. I've seen one of these things, nobody ever earns it. Okay, well, good news. We've already got people there. Well before 5 years, we had people earning over these amounts. So we know it works, and we like to show you. We don't show you the top guys, because that's just embarrassing and it feels like Facebook. We just show you guys on the ground picking up the tool and using it. Some earning a little bit, some medium, some lots. We show you the mix, and every month it's different. In fact, 20th of this month, remember, will be Tell All Tuesday again. We have a new batch already confirmed. We've got some interesting, we're one couple that have increased their earnings with us for 26 months in a row. Nothing like getting an increase 26 months in a row. You should try that at work. Go to your boss and say, I want the next 26 months, I want to increase every month. That's what they've done. They're going to be talking on this Tuesday. But for this month, here's our groups. Here's Natasha Weldrick. She joined us about a year ago, single mom, 3 kids, works most weeks 7 days a week in the retail industry. She doesn't have time for this business, I can assure you of that. But she picked up this tool. And in her first year with us, she's created an income, an extra income of 9,500 Rand a month. That's every month. In the middle of the month, she gets an extra 9,500 Rand. In her first month with us, I said you had to put 3 people in. Remember, I said your first people, just put 3 people. She put 23. I think she might not have watched the presentation. She's in Port Elizabeth. Maybe she missed the message. 23 people in her first 42 days with us. 60 days in, she was on 2,500 Rand a month. Remember I said it should take about 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand? 60 days. How desperately do you want to change your current set of circumstances? That's for you to answer. You choose how desperately you want to change it. Natasha wants to change her future. We've got Ray and Rambi. Joined us about 9-10 months ago when we pulled these numbers. All right? When we pulled them, they won 10,500 Rand a month. 10,500 Rand a month, 9 to 10 months in. I said it would take a year to get to 9 to 10,000 Rand a month. They're there already. 12 people a month on average they've been adding personally to their channel. Every month they, instead of putting 2 in, put 12 in. They put 12 in every single month. How desperately do you want to make a change? Their channel grew by nearly 100 people in January just by themselves. 100 new people got added to their channel. That's the freedom we give you. That's the leverage. 24 hours a day making money. Other people are adding people to your channel while you're sleeping. 92 additional people in 1 month. That's what it comes from the effort and with the use of the tool that we have at DuePoint. Then we got Shedrack. Shedrack's Newcastle, KZN. So you've seen there already, there's 2 couples there or 2 teams there that are not in Gauteng and do not use our head office. They use only our online tools. Shedrack joined us 9 or 10 months ago. He's on 12,000 Rand a month. 12,000 Rand a month. He personally has put 213 people in to the first point in his channel. That's crazy. He also missed the message that you only have to put 2 in a month. 213 in. Unbelievable. 33 people he added to his channel in January. 33 people personally he added to his channel in January. Absolutely crazy. You decide what you want to do with this. And folks, we've got all the stories. Go to the YouTube channel. Go search DuePoint. Watch the testimonies. There's people there earning 300 Rand, 5,000 Rand, 16,000 Rand. You'll find them all there. Some earning 68,000 Rand, 100,000 Rand. They're there. You want to see the big guys? The big guys are there. Go and look and see how DuePoint is changing lives and how people are using the tool to change their lives. That's what we're doing here at DuePoint. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is DuePoint. This evening, the decision is a decision about whether you want to change the way you create income in your life. That's it. We don't have other options. We really don't. Not in South Africa. Not legitimately anyway. Here you've got a 7-decade-old insurance company that's created a tool that's going to cost you nothing tonight to pick up and start levering a different future. You can't use this tool for 5 minutes. You can't. The decision tonight is to pick it up and to spend the rest of your life using this tool. And every month that you use it, your life changes. Little bit by little bit by little bit. And when you look back 5 years from now, everything has changed. When you look back 10 years from now, you can't even remember the past that you had. You can't even remember the moment you had no other choices. That's what we're creating here this evening. If you want to become a wealth engineer, super easy. Go to our website, DuePoint.net. Click the big blue button. Apply now. Fill the form out. 5 minutes later, no money having passed from your hands, you're a wealth engineer. And you can immediately start building your channel from this evening. If you're serious, get the tools. Get the USB stick with the presentation. Get the backup battery for your phone. Get the business cards. We custom make them, 645 Rand for 500 of them. Custom-made business cards. You're now ready to get out there and start connecting people. Get all the tools. They're in the cabinet. Prices are on the counter. Order them from info@DuePoint.net and get out there and start levering a different future for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's our number one form of connection with you. If you've subscribed, it's free. You know when we go live every day. You know when we upload videos. We uploaded 2 videos this weekend. Did you guys see it? Till Tuesday. Wealth engineers handling the 10 most common objections. The video's there now for you. We've got it all up for you. Everything you need is on that YouTube channel. Download our app. It's free as well. Use the Wi-Fi or the internet wherever you are. Put it on your phone, your tablet, and it plugs you into your channel in real time. In real time, second by second, you can see what's going on in your channel. Your tools are there. Guys, I'm begging you, do the training. Click tools, click basic series. Just watch the videos from the top to the bottom. You'll know exactly how this business works. You'll know how to earn. You'll know how to grow. You'll know how to use the app. Go and do that by watching those training videos. And your personal documentation is there. Anywhere in the world, you can go and see and read your policy documents, your investment mandates, see how your investment is performing. Every 24 hours, the balance is updated. You can see how your money's doing, whether the markets are going up or down. Everything is in our app waiting for you. So folks, I know you know what to do, and some of you are excited about getting out there, and that's often the problem. We want you a bit too excited, and you do a couple of things wrong. So 5 things I want you to remember before you get out there. First of all, do not become a wealth engineer if you can't afford to do it. Folks, there are costs involved. We're all online here. There's going to be data charges. There's going to be transport charges as you connect people. There are costs involved in doing this business. If you can't afford it, don't make yourself an even worse situation by becoming a wealth engineer. If you don't have access to the internet, don't know how to use a computer or a smartphone, this is not for you. It's going to be very difficult for you to grow channels if you can't use the internet. Make sure you're plugged in to that. And then, folks, if you can't move around, if you don't have access to public transport or your own car, again, how are you going to connect people? It makes life very difficult. These are 3 natural filters you should be using when you approach people and connect them to DuePoint. Can they and do they do the following? Then you know they're the right people for growing your income and your channel here. Now, I'm sure most of you can do it, and so if you do become a wealth engineer this evening, the number one thing I don't want you to do is fill out the application form on behalf of somebody else. Remember, this application form that you're going to fill out this evening is your contract with us. In there, you'll sign terms and conditions of being a wealth engineer, terms and conditions of your products, and you're going to give me permission to debit your bank account. You cannot sign that on behalf of somebody else. It's a criminal offense. I can give you lots of horrible examples of people that have been dragged off to the police station because they filled out the form on behalf of somebody else. Don't do it. Everyone must fill their own application form out. Husbands and wives, you've got to work in your own channels. You've got to work in one channel, sorry. Husband and wives must work together in one channel. Anybody living in your house can't be in your channel if they're family members. If they are kids, daughters, grannies, aunts, that, kick them out, send them on their way. When they're living in their own houses, they can be part of your channel. It's our anti-fraud mechanism. Make sure you don't stack anybody in your channel. And then, folks, we set you free from advertising. Tonight is not a burden. Picking this tool up is not a burden. You don't need to go out now and create websites and Facebook pages and run adverts in shopping centers and business forums. You're free from all of that. You're welcome to use your personal Facebook page and talk about the opportunity at DuePoint to create income, but you never talk about our products and you never advertise DuePoint. You don't have to do that. That's what we do. You simply connect individuals to us. And then, folks, everybody you put in your business, take responsibility for them. Don't send them to presentations and think we'll look after them. We won't. Someone else might snap them up. Make sure you always look after your people in the business. That's the 5 things you've got to remember in the DuePoint system. As part of encouraging and helping you build your channels with us, we run what are called wealth quests every month. They've got different criteria every month, and for those who complete the criteria, every single one of you that do, you get a reward. And those rewards are tools that you will use in accelerating the growth of your channel. In this particular month, it's the Let Me Entertain You Challenge this month of March. You've got to put 20 people on your first and second points who take the Wealth Points Buyers Club. And when they do, and they pay by the end of the March, you get to pick from 3 tools. Not cheapy, useless Chinese knockoffs. No, you get to choose from your very own Apple iPhone. You'll peel it out the Apple box. The 100 gigabytes, a whole year of data, effectively 100 gigabytes a day, and a Wi-Fi router to use it on. Everyone can connect into it. You're now able to grow your business with that tool. Or 5,000 rands worth of air tickets from Altitude Travel so that you can fly around the country and grow your channel anywhere in the country. You can pick one of those 3 by simply getting 20 people in your channel this month who take the Wealth Points Buyers Club and have it paid by the end of this month. Next month, the Wealth Quest will be different. The tools will be different. If you complete these criteria every month, you build for yourself an entire toolkit here at DuePoint. Folks, for rank 4s and above, we're going to be talking about ranks in a minute, but for rank 4s and above, you know who you are, and those of you who are aspiring to be rank 4 as well can definitely do this. We have our 90-day challenge running, runs to the 31st of May, and for everybody who's able to put 5 new rank 2s in their channel by the 31st of May, there's 25,000 Rand in it. Not to mention the incredible growth your channel will have experienced with 5 rank 2s in it. Wealth engineers, wherever you are tonight, rank 4s, wherever you're watching me and above from tonight, this is one of those challenges you do not want to miss. The value of it is probably the most we've ever had. Guys, this Saturday is it's a good week that you've picked to come here. Once a month we run what's called a development seminar. Development seminars are our very specific and live training that we do. You'll find it on your phone app at DuePoint, all of our training, but we do live training once a month. This Saturday is our live training. Wealth engineers, please put it in your diaries. Make sure you're there 9 o'clock on this Saturday morning. We are doing the 3 steps to success at DuePoint. People ask me constantly, Brendan, just quickly tell me what I need to do to succeed. So I'm going to just quickly tell you what to do to succeed on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. It's 1 hour long. It's free. Guess what? We don't even charge you for training here. Come here, 9 o'clock. If you can't be here, guys, live stream in. You know how to do it. Make sure you and your wealth engineers are connected. This is probably the most provocative training that we have done at DuePoint. We're going to talk about what needs to be done to succeed here at DuePoint. You don't want to miss it. Otherwise, you're going to be bumbling along again, coming to Rob and I going, Brendan, I don't know about my channel. I don't understand it. How do I do it? We're going to tell you on Saturday how to do it. You and your channel cannot afford to miss it. So please, guys, be here and stream in if you can't be here. We want the place packed, and we want you guys succeeding from the moment we're done. That's happening this Saturday morning. Now, for the rest of you guys, we know that you do want to succeed here. We talk about getting rich quick schemes, and we say this isn't one. It isn't. But we can accelerate your growth. We can. We can make it quicker than the 3+2 if you plug into our systems. Now, we've got a program here that we call our XP Rewards program. It's our training program. We take you by the hand, and we lead you down the path to success and expertise here at DuePoint. As you complete steps in this program and programs in the program, we give you what are called XP points, experience points. And as you gain those experience points, well, naturally your channel starts growing. And when you meet the criteria in our training program of experience and channel size, we rank you up. And when we rank you up in the training, we reward you. This is in addition to those returns. Remember, we were talking about the returns? Rob said to me this morning, I'll bet you at the end of every one of our presentations, people can't tell you what the difference between returns and rewards are. I'm going to tell it to you in one sentence. Remember, the returns is your monthly recurring income. That's the one that changes your life forever. All right? The retraining program is the cherry on the cake. It's once off, help you along the way income. Okay? It starts off with a little bit of cash when you're little. When you get a little bit bigger, a little bit more mature, the cash starts getting more serious. There are 28 ranks in this program currently mapped. It's not limited, it'll carry on. I'm only showing you the first 11, and in the first 11 in here. And you can see how serious the cash is going. Where does it go beyond this to rank 28? Then at rank 5, we start to reward you with tools. At rank 5, you get a lightning memory stick imported from the US, filled with our presentations, downloads, testimonies, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa. Your ability to connect individuals to us. At rank 7, we give you an imported set of business cards worth 12,500 Rand. Gold gilded, not gold printed, gold gilded, gold printed, imported paper, the finest business cards in the country. Go and take a look in our glass cabinet. Talk to someone you know who's rank 7 and above, and they will show you what a gold gilded business card looks like. That is your connection to individuals. Everybody who touches and feels that card and sees it wants to get involved. At DuePoint, it's the golden ticket. Rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us at rank 9, every year that you do, for the rest of your life, we take you away on a 1-week holiday with your family, not by yourself. You don't pay for your family. We take you with your family. All expenses paid, 5-star business class for a week. We don't go in July when it's cold and cheap. We go in December when it's hot and expensive and your kids are on school holiday so they can come with. And we go every year. Now at DuePoint, there are no competitions or prizes. You don't start at 0 on the 1st of January every year. This is an accumulating system, which means that over time, over the years, every one of you will go rank 9 who perseveres. It doesn't matter if you're adding 10 people a year to your channel. Ultimately, you'll go rank 9 if you persevere. And for every one of you who quits, you'll never go rank 9. It's that simple. It's an accumulating system. as you grow this year, whatever you take from this year into next year will be your starting point. So I always laugh at the guys around October that will start quitting. No, I quit. I'm never going to make the holiday in December. I'm like, this is not the last holiday. We're going next year, December as well. Keep going, because what you build between October and January will also be with you on the 1st of January when you build towards going the next year. But we got plenty of time this year. It's only the beginning of March, isn't it? And we're going in December. You've got a whole year ahead of you to come with us on a Rank 9 trip. Who is going to be joining us? Because if you make the decision today, not only to change your financial position forever, but you make the decision to persevere, this is what December looks like every year for the rest of your life.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn.
The YouTube channel afterwards. I know the wealth engineers can take you there and run it through there, and we'll work out what the hell is wrong with our computer tomorrow morning. I think there's probably an update running, and that's what's killing us tonight. Let's come down here. Alrighty. Every year we go away. We take your family away with you. We go to the finest hotels in Mauritius. Is that Rank 9? Rank 9 is our first holiday in our program. I said to you there's 28 ranks. There are a whole bunch of other holidays in the other ranks. This is the baby one, 5-star, a week away, business class. And we go every year. As I said, jump onto our YouTube channel, go watch the video there, and you will see what we are talking about with regard to this. And rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented from us. You don't finance it through us. And we don't give it to you and take it away. Seen all of these systems out there. No, this is the real 21st century genuine deal. You get the car, and the car is your tool now to further engineer your success here in the future with us. So ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see through the time that I've spent with you this evening, that we're rather serious about what we're doing here. Rather serious. We've committed a lot of time and capital and energy and brought the right people in to create not a business that's here for today, but a business that is here for generations to come. That is what we're trying to achieve at DuePoint, and we want you to be part of it. Now, naturally, people have stigmas and questions and concerns about this sort of thing. That's fine. We did too when we sat down to build this business, and we've had to answer them. So come and bring your questions, bring your concerns. Talk to the people that brought you here this evening. Come and talk to us. But don't leave here this evening without this tool. This tool that costs you nothing. that has the potential to change everything about your future. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.